We're going to learn a piece in the Siva Shalom that really explains Tisha B'Av. In order to understand what we're doing here, what we're meant to be doing on this day, why are we mourning something that happened thousands of years ago? What are the feelings that we're supposed to have? And in order to understand that, we have to understand a concept in the Jewish calendar. The Mazal says that every day is different and no day is repeated. However, there is something called a Mazal. We know that certain months are masugul, are more set and ready for catastrophe, and some days and some parts of the month are masugul, are set, prepared for miracles. And that's really what happens. There's a year, 354 days, that goes around and around and around every single year, There are certain days that become revealed that those are days for miracles. Those are days for judgment. Those are days for danger. And therefore, once it's revealed that it's not just a time for that year, but it's something that's eternal, that's why we have to watch out for it in future years. So when the entire nation of Klal Yisrael had redemption in the days of Pesach, that's how we know that if an individual person needs personal redemption, those days of Pesach are more masugul, set up and prepared for redemption, from getting out of jail. Shavuos is a time of Kabbalas HaTorah of every single year. We get that Torah every single year. That's the day, and there's many reasons that prove it, but that's not for the point for right now. But the point is that if someone wants to access, like you want to have money in your bank account, you want to have Torah, spirituality in your spiritual bank account, Shavuos is the day to get that. And the same thing with every Yontif. On Hanukkah, it wasn't just that the miracle of Hanukkah happened by accident on those days. Oh, so it could have been any day. It happened on that day. Let's celebrate it. That's not the way we do things. It's because those days are masugul and set up in the Bria every year. As you go in the year, these calendar days are set up for miraculous intervention from Hashem. Miracles that we don't deserve. If you ever have to go to war with 12 people or 15 people against an army, those are the days that you want to do it. That's set up for that kind of a miracle. And that's why there were many miracles that happened that were phenomenal. In Navi it talks about it, where armies were wiped out because we davened, and yet they're not celebrated. Because the next year and the year after, the Chachamim realized that, yes, that miracle happened, but it's not in the Bria. And therefore, we only celebrate things that are in the Bria. Now let's understand. Tisha B'Av had to happen on the day of Tisha B'Av. The destruction of the Churban Bayis Rishon had to happen on the day of Tisha B'Av. Because this is the worst day on the calendar, the day that's set aside from Brias Ha'olam for destruction. The second Churban Beis HaMikdash couldn't happen any other day? No. Because there would be no other day that Hashem would allow this level of Churban except for this day that's set aside for it. And that's why if you look in the Siddur by Musaf on Yontif, you'll see the Mazal that it's divided up. Some months have a better Mazal in the beginning. Some people don't get married in certain parts. It's all because there's a calendar here that's eternal, that's part of fixed into the calendar. And as the years spin every single year, there are certain shades that are all around.